Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. Do they have a little bell on Rumble? I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, it's really bad when you start using platforms and you have really no idea what they are or what they're doing. You know, but people just say Rumble's the next big one. I guess I'll get on Rumble early. You know, I've always said get in early, baby. So yeah, hopefully it'll work out. If you're on Rumble, hit the Rumble button. Somebody hit a bunch of Rumble. I went from 1 Rumble to 15 Rumbles. Is that good? I think that's good. That sounds like it's good to me. I don't know. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are very, very good things. Boy, we have a lot to talk about. And I don't know when you're going to be seeing this video. Listen, I had a strange day yesterday. I had a very strange day yesterday. For some reason, my uploads just weren't working. And the video I made, which was like the recap with lots of screen grabs and reaction with the ratings for Eva the Dalek. God, it's really just like every Chibnall episode. It's a Rorschach blot of awful, right? The more you look at it, the more you realize how unbelievably unprofessional it is. I can't listen. I am excited to see what 2025 is going to look like post-trip. I'm very excited to see that. But I would like to know what his career is going to be like. And the trouble is, for his career to face any consequence whatsoever, people are going to have to admit they're wrong and they made a mistake, and that's not going to happen. Why do you think Alex Kurtzman and Kathleen Kennedy are still making a lot of money, very, very gainfully employed? It's because people do not like egg on their face. That's what I found out. People don't like egg on their face more than anything else in the world. They really don't. You know, you could give somebody, listen, you could be embarrassed because you said something stupid, or you could be raped in prison. What would you rather? I'm like, oh, rape me in prison. So much. People are very strange about this stuff. Anyway, I digress. So I had a weird day yesterday. My uploads just weren't working. It's a long video. It was like 4 gig file. Should take like an hour, maybe 2 maximum. Took 15. It was weird. So I didn't have a video yesterday. I like to put out content every day. I'm kind of conscientious about these things. I like to put out content every day. I end up doing an impromptu live stream. It was kind of fun. I like the freeform thing, but I didn't put my video out yesterday. So I'm putting that out on today's Monday when I record this. So this video now is planned for Wednesday. I have a live stream on Tuesday. This video is planned for Wednesday, unless anything happens. If anything happens that's very, very newsworthy, that has to go out on Wednesday, this is going to come out earlier. I guess you know, you're in the future. You know when it's going to happen. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment, sign up to my Substack. My Substack is starting to rock, baby. I'm really excited about it. In fact, because I'm a day ahead right now, essentially, I'm hoping I'm going to have time to put work into making new content for it. My Substack is essentially an email letter, but it's so much better than that. You get to comment on everything, so it's kind of like a Twitter replacement. And I freaking hate Twitter, right? So it's a kind of a Twitter replacement where we can talk to each other. It's really, really nice. And also, I'm putting a bunch of comic strips out on it. Put a great one out on YouTube. It's free. Right? Did I mention it's free? If you subscribe to it, you can get the backlog. Go check out that comic strip. I'm putting out a lot more comic strips. I have a paid version, which I'm not even freaking launching yet, and then people are already signing up for it. Why? Because you guys are awesome. Okay, that's basically it. You guys are just freaking awesome. Thank you very much. So hopefully, again, I'm a bit ahead of the game, so I hope to get some content out there. Anyway, if you get the paid version, I'm going to give you 50 pages of awesome comics a month. I'm going to have a novel that I wrote. I'm going to put out. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Honestly, I've always said, if somebody could wave a magic wand and say, "Tzvi, you may have anything you want," I'm saying, can I have a pocket universe where I have an extra 12 hours every day? If I have an extra 12 hours every day, do you have any idea what I could do? I worked out, by the way, how much time I put into being Orthodox Jewish a year. And it's about 600 hours, about 500-600 hours. You go and pray in the morning, that's about an hour, and then I study the Talmud every day, that's for about another hour, and there's the afternoon prayer, and the evening, and then the Sabbath, there's like a whole, so it adds up to about 500-600 hours. Do you have any idea how many comic pages that is, right? Do you have any, it's, was it 8, 16, 24, 32, 50, that's a good 50 to 60 pages of comics a year I could make. So what I wouldn't give for an extra 12 hours a day, that would be freaking awesome. Anyway, but I have a lot of stuff going on. It's going there. Please sign up for it. It's awesome. Listen, one thing I really try and do, and we may have differing tastes, okay? We may have differing tastes. You may think what I do is crap, which is fine. That's whatever. I can't do anything without it being, the bestest ever, and it is. It's freaking insane. It makes me crazy. That's just where we are. Anyway, so today's video, 5 minutes in. Today's video is the opening splatterings of of disgust from the news and the reviews from what's it called, Eve of the Dalek. We got some really, what looks like really pucker rumors that seem to be really strong, but look, this stuff could all be bullcrap. But anyway, so like, share, subscribe, comment if you're on Rumble, hit the Rumble button, sign up to my Substack. I don't know what else to ask you. Did you enjoy the decorations still up? They stay up to 12th night, baby. I'm a traditionalist. Listen, I may be Jewish. Okay, I may be Jewish, and may not have accepted, the old, the other tenets of Christmas. It's 12th night, baby. 12th night. I'm a big on that one. 12th night actually works out as my father's Yultzeit this year. My Yultzeit is the anniversary of someone's death. We mark that in Judaism. So I guess I got to do something for that. I'm not sure, but yeah, 12th night at my father's Yultzeit at the same time. Fine, let's get into this video. Let's start looking at the rumors. So first, let's start with the rumors for what's to come. Now, I'm going to be very spoilery, very spoilery. They lean heavily into Thasmin as one of the terrible ideas they did in the latest Doctor Who episode. Thasmin is the joining twixt of 30 and Yasmin, right? I don't know. I came up with a theory that if you want to say this Doctor Who is, by the way, if you like Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who, enjoy it, okay? Don't let me hating it impact you loving it, okay? You freaking loved it. Everybody around me when I was a kid watching Trial of Time said, oh man, this is really bad. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I like it, okay? I like Doctor. Don't let me, or don't let anybody hating anything interrupt your love of something. Let your love of something be pure and let it be, and enjoy it. Enjoy it. I freaking hate it. Okay, I freaking hate it, but God bless you. So, it worked out that the reason Mandip Gill did this really weird acting where she looks like she swallowed a wasp. She's always like grimacing. She's got these weird ugly expressions. Is because that she was madly in love with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. Well, didn't we all know that? Madly in love with Jodie, but she didn't want to admit it, even to herself, till Dan brought it out. And that's why Jodie Whittaker's Doctor is kind of crappy to Yaz, because she loves her back. She loves her back. So they leaned heavily into Thasmin. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea, and it's really just done to avoid criticism, to get the glitterati media on your side, right? So that's really all it is, right? That's exactly all it is. It's fine. So we got this. I think it's a Reddit rumors. Now, I want to be clear. I have no idea if this is accurate. It says it was posted on December 12th. They could be like, here, look, I'll zoom in so you can see clearer. Right, it says posted December 12th, Sunday at blah, 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 blah. Maybe it was. Maybe all I know is it says it was done there. This may be fake, right? Who knows? People want to feel important. Just in general, you want to not be taken advantage of. You want to not be made into a fool. It doesn't actually help you because it happens. Because after I finish making this video, I'm recording a review of the movie Don't Look Up. Man, that's a good movie. I remember, not for the reason they think, but people just like to feel important. That's basically it. So they make stuff up. If this is accurate, I think you can take it to the bank. If not, not. It would have been better had I seen this before Jodie Whittaker's episode there, but who knows? It might be accurate, right? So it starts up saying, this is from, again, December 12th. New Year Dalek episode is mostly filler comedy, confusing mess where nothing happens apart from the introduction of Executioner Daleks. Now, I want to be clear. These Executioner Daleks were not executed. My theory is they're some kind of mentally handicapped daycare center for the Daleks, right? Daleks are just not very good, and that's why they don't have very good guns. There was a scene in it for about 10 minutes where one of these fearsome execution Daleks tried to blast its way through a thin normal Earth door, right? And without success for a long time, right? First it took him about 10 minutes to work out. If it just wait out, we will wait. Daleks know how to wait. Really? Well, they don't really. You have a big gun, like trapped here. And the gun's just useless, right? And they can't shoot. Okay. There's lots of running up and down corridors in it. The Daleks coming down the corridor, and the people are running away from the Dalek. They can't shoot down a corridor and kill everybody. They wait a lot of time. Honestly, it's like, it was like a Doctor Who sketch on Crackerjack, right? Much more than Doctor Who, right? So, confusing mess where nothing really happens. Yes, we're going to be talking about being a confusing mess. Now, by the way, I want to say, before we get into all the articles, this is just the opening splattering, right? There's limitless articles right now. I stopped even... Normally, what I do is I pull everything up and I decide what's the good ones to go with. And there was just too many, so I'm just going with, I'll just do this batch. I'll see how long it takes. So if I hit like an hour, I'm like, maybe I'm done, right? So anyway, so he seems to know what... If this was posted on December 12th, this person seems to know what they're talking about. So the second special is about Chinese pirates versus dragons, which are really sea devils. Okay, that sounds cool, right? That sounds cool. We're going to be looking at that, but it's not going to be cool. I know, look, a lot of you out there go, oh no, they're going to ruin Sea Devils as well. No, because none of this is Doctor Who, right? Much as the Daleks are the mentally handicapped, the executioner Daleks are the mentally handicapped Daleks on some kind of day release, right? Just the same way, this isn't Doctor Who. My theory is this, right? That in the Doctor Who universe, Sarah Jane went on to write a bunch of sci-fi novels, basically chronicling a time with the Doctor. And then I think in the Virgin New Adventures, they took those novels and they adapted them into the TV show Professor X, and then they brought it back. So I just think this is them adapting those Sarah Jane books very badly in 2020, 2021, where everything has to be a female protagonist. So anyway, so that's what they say about so if this was given on, if this is correct, right? If this was given out on the 12th, he's a very, very strong tipster, right? Third is about the division again. Now that does make sense, right? I think they got to tie up that whole arc. Graham is back because for some reason his Lipari survived, so he gets reunited with the Doctor. Well, here's the thing: if we find out Graham's back, he's just established that. We find out Graham isn't in it. I think Bradley Walsh probably feels well to has a good feelings towards the production team. I do not know if he would come back, right? I really, really do not know if that's something that he would be up to do. I mean, like, his career is going pretty well. Apparently, the cause of regeneration is she saves Yaz from having an angel in her eye by transferring it with a kiss. And then he said, interesting, the regeneration scene cuts before it finishes. That actually I could believe a lot. I could very, very much believe that. It's the BBC, so they'll always do the worst possible, but I really hope there's someone still working there that has a brain and doesn't let Yaz kiss Jodie. No, that's 100% where they're going, right? This is the only thing Chibnall can do, right? It's 100% where I believe that. I believe that's absolutely where they're going. Are they going to explore it more in the Sea Devil one? I don't know. Fine, so let's start looking at a collection of bullshit, right? A big collection of bullshit. We'll start with this one. This article blew my mind, okay? There is no connection with reality and the headline. Jodie Whittaker called for Lydia West to take over Doctor Who, noted by Rusty Davis. At no article, in no point in this article does it say this. So I'm going to read this through. And you tell me, because I read this a few times. And also, look, Lydia West, great actress. I think I've liked her in everything she's been in. It doesn't strike me she'll be good as a Doctor. I guess we'll know when we start hearing details for the Russell T Davies Doctor, what direction they're going to go in. It seems to me that they really don't want it to fail, right? It feels like they really, really just don't want it to crash and burn, because they all stand to make a ton of money but I guess we'll see, right? Time will tell. Rumours about who will replace Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor's continues on. Now, normally, Normally, when they have a disinformation article, that's what this is, right? They're trying to put it in the ether. That, oh, look, Lydia West as doctor, and expecting, the usual suspects on Twitter to go, oh my God, so stunning, so brave, oh, and because there's a teeny tiny amount of them on Twitter, they seem like they're the universe because the other people live on Twitter. So that's the goal with this: disinformation to try and create reality. Rumors about who will replace Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor continues to swirl. Showrunner Rossi Davis returns to Doctor Who, will usher in a new chapter for. We mean a chapter where they hope to climb out of the nosedive failure that you're currently experiencing. The next Doctor will take up the mantle after the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker. Well, will they, or will they be? Will it be a completely different production? Which I'm thinking it probably will be. Battles out in a trio of specials in 20. Only a duo of specials now, baby. Don't we've earned our way to be nearly out, right? It's like that show last year, Time. With Sean Bean and Steve. What's his name again? Can't remember. But when you saw the days ticking away, we've earned it, right? We've earned it. We can say we're nearly there. We nearly survived this. So while fans have plenty to say when it comes to who could and should replace Doctor Who, the actress herself had to pick Lydia West. Fine, we know that, right? But where's it saying Rusty Davis says had noted this, right? Outgoing Jodie Whittaker said blah 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 blah. Asked feature on Bait Radio 1 said, I'm going to pick an actress who I think is really exciting and I think who would be phenomenal. Ken, your take on the role has been an epic failure, right? Like one of the greatest failures in the history of television. Maybe you're not the go-to person to. I mean, it's like do you remember in the when was it? 2000s or the 90s, the whole Enron thing. What's his name? Jimmy Lay or something. But I remember at the same time the vice president. What's he called again? Not Bush and the much more scary one. They're Bush and he had a very scary vice president, right? His daughter's a lesbian and hates Trump. Again, doesn't really really matter. But they had him on this promotion video for Enron. Enron was the thing that caused like this massive crash. And before the crash, he was on Dick Cheney. That's the guy, Dick Cheney, on this promotional video for Enron, saying, "Well, they just go the extra mile." And turns out they've been doing terrible insider tradings for years. And yeah, I guess Dick Cheney was telling the truth, right? So yeah, just like I wouldn't go to Kenny Lay, the guy who conveniently passed away before he went to trial. Yeah. By the way, I met somebody this weekend who genuinely thinks Epstein killed themselves, right? Without breaking, without giggling or anything. Okay, none so queer as folk, as Russell Davis would say. Lydia West had the power. Fine. So remember, the headline is noted by Russell D. Davis. Has it said it's noted? No, we're just going over. Fine. If I had the power. Davis recently said auditions for the role of Doctor Who are just starting, telling The Guardian, we have generally not cast anyone yet. I believe that. Okay. Okay, noted? Do you see it anywhere? Meanwhile, her name began to be thrown around in conversation amongst Whovians. Lydia West previously told Ray Jones it would be an honour. The fact I've been named, no. At no point does this headline come to fruition within this article, right? There's just sheer unrelenting insanity. And so, more of this. It's basically just clickbait. Doctor Who producers hint next Time Lord likely to be another woman. I doubt it. The production notes for the new run of BBC series suggest that it will be a female star who takes over the role from the 14th Doctor. Production notes. I haven't done those for months and months and months, right? It's written by Chris Chibnall. It has nothing to do with the new series, as far as I understand it. Doctor Who producers have entered the next Time Lord is like... Is this from no, this is different from this year. I thought maybe it's from 2017. Production notes for a new run of the sci-fi... If they're talking about the column in Doctor Who magazine, says it'll be a female star. Entertainment industry website production weekly list... The new episodes as a fan... Okay, so it's not that, right? A fantasy action saga of a mysterious alien time traveler, Doctor who picks up human companions, faces evil foes, and more than her wits, with little more than wits and a sonic screwdriver, and the journey throughout time and space. So who wrote this? Who wrote it? Was it okay? Was it the same sort of activist who wrote this? I don't know. So whoever becomes Jodie says will be working on the show. Maybe. I just doubt it. But you know what? I've been wrong about a bunch of stuff. Rusty Davis. Okay, fine. I had to go to the mirror to answer. Why wouldn't you have that? God, she looks weird, this woman. Why wouldn't you put that? Later, Russell wrote on Instagram, noted Lydia 28 playing Jill Baxter. Okay, I think he was just playing around. Why would you not have that in the why would you have that in the article about? Okay, that's just the great journalism of the BBC, I guess. So, how well has it gone having your female doctor, right? How much is the British public clamoring for more vagina Doctor Who, right? Like they say, the two things must go together. So we got the overnights back from the special episode, the New Year's Day special. Now, special episodes traditionally are more watched, and they get quite a big bump. Not so much under Jodie Whittaker here. She got her overnight back, and it's her lowest overnight to date. Now, I want to keep in mind that Jodie Whittaker's ultimate ratings are the lowest. I think. Well, if you want to include, say, Sylvester McCoy, I don't really think it's a fair comparison. Because this Jodie Whittaker is in a very protected slot. She's a very protected individual. On Sunday, they only show it in winter, where people are more apt to watch TV. The population was much smaller in '89, and the BBC genuinely hated it in '89, where they kind of promote the crap out of it now. So I don't really think it's fair. I don't really think it's a fair a comparison at all. But, fair enough, I guess. So 3.21 is what the overnights were. That's not very good. That's one of the lowest ratings ever. Capaldi got a couple of lower ratings, but again, middle of summer when they're moving around the schedules on a longer season. And then his catch-up ratings, that people watching it on iPlayer and 4Screen Plus are... much stronger. Up until Jodie Whittaker, the lowest rated Doctor Who episode was 4.66, I believe. Eaters of Light, a Capaldi episode. So Jodie Whittaker smashed through that. Actually, I think it was lower than that. What was it? But anyway, she many times over smashed through that lowest rating. I think it was Timeless Children that really did it. Yeah, was it? No, 4.69, so it must have been 4.7. Right? 4.7 was the lowest rated up until Jodie Whittaker. Then 4.69, they had a nice bump for, was it Revolution of the Daleks, 6.35. See, that's what you would expect, right? But no, with an overnight of 4.69, this had an overnight of 3.21. Oh. So, 4.69. So now the lowest rated episodes are the Timeless Children, Flux episode 4. Flux episode 4 is the lowest rated episode ever. Flux episode 6 is the second lowest rated. Third lowest rated would be Flux episode 3. Third lowest rated is Timeless Children. So the bottom 3 slots are held by Jodie Whittaker. But then along comes what's her name? Eve of the Dalek. And this is Hold My Beer, baby. Hold My Beer. So they got a 3.21 overnight. I think it's reasonable to think the bump, even with the full screen, is not going to be above 1.2 million. So add that together, you get a 4.41. Lowest rated ever. Oh, and you know why it's the lowest rated ever? I'm going to tell you exactly why it's lowest rated ever, because it's just come off a run of 6 episodes that people didn't really like. That were the best episodes they've ever done. If they do a run of 10 episodes, the ratings are going to keep going down and keep going down because people don't like this, right? People don't like. I know you want to keep telling it. Oh, but it's so stunning. It's so brave, and everybody. No, they do not like it. So let's have a look at a review to see what people thought of it. This is from the Daily Mail. Jim Shelley, Doctor Who versus the Daleks. It felt more like the woke netball teacher taking on a gang of psychotic dustbins. Yes, actually, that's a fair, very, very fair analysis of it, I think. I really do think that. Doctor Who was a surprisingly enjoyable way to welcome in the new year with the family, albeit mostly because you didn't need a degree in astrophysics to understand it. Well, actually, no. It's because you weren't paying attention, mate. That time loop made no sense. Unlike the pompous waffle and destruction of the universe by the flux that blighted the last series, that would be a pain if there was one. Jodie Whittaker spending the eve of the Daleks repeatedly exterminated was also decidedly gratifying for those of us said from the start. She was miscast. She was miscast. She's just like, I mean, look at him. Look at Mandy Gill's expression. That is her expression. It's Hollyoaks acting because they can only emote about romantic matters. That's the only form of acting I think she can really think of. And when it first came, the first female Doctor should be more like Beyonce killing Eve's Villanelle and Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. Not a netball teacher so woke she wanted to understand the aliens' feelings to persuade them that genocide or interplanetary warfare was wrong. Well, she doesn't think it's that wrong. She committed genocide 3 times over, which has made this episode happen. After a while, though, her calamitous effects on the ratings, which saw the show losing 1 million viewers. Well, it's lost. I think up to 8 million viewers now since she started. Yeah, about 8 million. That's not a good score, really, is it? Not a good score. Yeah, one second. Let's go back here. Let's see what her first episode was, which they like to crow about a lot. Okay, 10.96. So let's take off 4.6. I think that's 4.7. We'll be generous. So that'll be 6.26. They've lost 6.26 million. Okay. Yeah, that's not so. They've lost 75%. Meant the similar thing Whittaker Exterminator was just too poignant and actually gratuitous. Well, that's actually a fair point. Whittaker should have been put out of her misery when he finished the last series, not made to do 3 more additional specials. Yes, the wisdom of this blows my mind, right? Just absolutely blows. Like what? Like I don't know. Like how much more could you have screwed up? It's breathtaking. Like Lizzie, how much more could you have screwed up? It seems there's very little wiggle room to screw up anymore. Not me to spend doing the 3 specials being zapped as a punishment. It proves that Whittaker's biggest foe was not the Daleks, but Doctor Who showrunner Chris Chibnall, who wrote the episode, had set the tone for the entire era as the iconic Time Lord. In the previous New Year's encounter, 2019, the Daleks get off my planet. This was my final warning because this is my final warning because I'm nice. Oh God, yes, I remember. At least this time, Jodie Whittaker got to fight the psychotic dustman properly. These were awful Daleks, right? Again, they couldn't break through a door. I could break through a freaking door, and I'm not aimed with a freaking laser gun arm. Okay, I could have broken that door down. It wasn't such a big deal. At least Whittaker got to fight the psychotic dustbins in the great tradition of her predecessors. No! Unfortunately, rather simultaneous, Chibnall's script decreed that the first female Doctor, stunningly brave by Jodie Whittaker, still wasn't up to it, struggling to the feet. Even a couple of retarded Daleks spend their New Year's Eve trying to kill the Doctor. Along with the only inhabitants of the inexplicably underused storage unit in Manchester, with one client who was clearly a creepy serial killer. Somebody was saw on Twitter say, "Oh, he wasn't that creepy. He was just like what's the name? The guy from what's it called? Runaway Bride. Was it Catherine Tate's fake husband, right? Okay, who was wearing. Yes, he was a villain. He was a villain because he's a creepy weirdo. You portrayed Nick as a romantic hero. Played by Ajay sound like this weird romantic hero who keeps the mementos of the people he has clearly eaten along the way. Sarah Aishling. People have tried to explain to me how to pronounce the name. You miss out the L apparently. Aishing. Aishing B and Nick Ajani Salman were a pair of lovable loners, but did more to foil the Daleks and the Doctor. Yes, creepy serial killer did better more. Yes, exactly right. Who calls the time loop prompted their arrival. Yeah, because the Doctor screwed up and did that as well. The Daleks were so useless they couldn't even blast their way through the door of the Nick's unit. It's unbelievable. John Bishop's character Dan, managed to evade the death ray by simply running rings around the Dalek. Yes, these were retarded Daleks, okay? Sadly, the action only served to highlight Whittaker's shortcoming, lacking the intelligence of oppressors like Capaldi and Eccleston's brainless. I agree, but when you see it in print, it's kind of harsh. When you see it in print in a national publication, it's kind of harsh. When the Doctor insisted, I can't fix that, I can fix this, the storage unit owner Sarah's Carps, you haven't done a good job so far, have you? Yes! It's like, you're useless. And then Yaz loses it. Oh, no, she's the bestest ever. Oh, pointing out she keeps getting exterminated, even though the Doctor knew was going to happen when they went back in time and returned to life a minute nearer to midnight. Instead, Whittaker was charging around at a frantic pace, or giddy with excitement, yes, making inspirational rallying calls, worthy of David Brent and his team paintballing. We're gonna win! We go again and we win! Come on, you brilliant humans! She's so bad in this role. She's just so bad in this role. Whittaker showed tremendous pluck, given that she's been a dead woman walking for months. But unfortunately, the legacy of Christian is that her replacement will almost certainly won't be female. Yeah, that's what I feel. So we can probably roll out Michaela Colt. Well, she wouldn't do it in a heartbeat. She's a bit busy. Phoebe Waller-Bridge. No, she's Indiana Jones now, I think. She's going to be Indiana Jones and Doctor Who. Honestly, if you want somebody who can play two iconic roles, get Tom Hiddleston. He could be James Bond and Doctor Who and be brilliant at both. And Vivian Westwood? Vivian Westwood? Isn't she like the old-fashioned designer who created punk? Isn't she like in her 80s now? I think it might be a little bit old. Favorites: Ollie Alexander, no. Amari Douglas, stars of screenwriting guru Russell David. It's a sin. I reckon he's seen that Indian actor as well. I wish I could remember his name. Let's shake things, but why not let Danny Dime, Liam Gallagher, or Jose Morano more radical chores who have done the necessary job. Listen, you want to do something radical. You want to do a crazy Doctor. Joseph Gilgun. Oh, he would be also Joseph Gilgun. He was in the replacement group of people for Misfits, which as a show I did enjoy. And he played Cassidy in Preacher, which kind of, I still haven't seen the last episode. It's always a bad thing when you can't be bothered to see the last episode. But where you want to see his real acting great, and he's one of the greatest living actors. He genuinely is. Go and check out. I think it's on if you're in England, the Channel 4 has it on there, streaming whatever it is. This is England. He plays a character called Woody in it. Just the level of his acting is just incredible. He's covered with tattoos. I think it'll be a really, really dangerous and interesting, scary Doctor. Look, he'll be a great choice. He'll be an absolutely great choice. But yeah, listen, I'm waiting to see what they're going to do. I'm kind of scared, but I'm still waiting. I can also think of another candidate who has the old-fashioned eccentricity of a John Pertwee or Sylvester McCoy, and a definite ratings winner, which wouldn't Which of us wouldn't like to see Boris Johnson launched into orbit to another galaxy of brilliant light years away? This is the Mail, the most Tory paper of all time, and they've had enough of Boris Johnson. Bloody hell, that's not good, mate. Boris, it's time to go to the House of Lords, okay? And I know nothing about British politics. It looks like it's time to go to the House of Lords, mate. Look, it seems like a great way to fail up. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that. To take an billions of years, to take on an army assignment, or just a handful of weeping angels? Yeah, no, I don't reckon there's chances. Yeah, listen, I think this is, generally speaking, what people thought of it. Fine. So what else do we have here? The Sea Devils. So we get get a better picture of Sea Devils in this article. Where are they? Come on. So waiting for. Oh, there you go. They look kind of crap. I have to tell you, they don't look so far off from the John Nathan Turner versions, do they? I like the sort of Chinesey kind of look for the costume, and they CGI'd them moving a bit, but I don't know. Look at this. That looks more convincing to me. I'm sorry. Apart from John Purdy. Hiya! Bit of Venusian karate going on. Yeah, exactly. Really? What looks less convincing? That? Or that. They're about the same. Fine. So yeah, they're coming back. Okay. This was something I didn't understand at all, and I think maybe this might be close to where we're thinking of wrapping up. We might look at one more article. Jodie Whittaker brings back a surprise character. Doctor brings back a surprise character in Jodie Whittaker's debut. Fine, and probably not anyone we were expecting. Here's, again, Chris Chibnall's problem is he thinks we're hanging on his every freaking word, right? It's every freaking word, and we're taking notes like at the beginning of the special. We had the weird, creepy Nick, right? Weird, creepy Nick said, could you go over the things that aren't allowed in the storage unit? Please, for me. And she reels off this bunch of stuff, which you know is going to be setups for jokes, right? But they don't work. They don't work at all, because you've got to remember the setup for about 40 minutes before you get to the punchline, before they get to Jeff's containment. And here's the other thing. If you want to make somebody a butt of the joke, you have to make them a person. You can't say, oh, Jeff's doing this. Why did you fire Jeff, right? So anyway, they bring back the person, but not the person expecting. Yeah, this was a really weird bit, which I didn't understand. So at the end, they blow up the storage unit with fireworks and unnamed explosive chemicals from Jeff's green lit containment unit number 4. Okay, which he don't explain. And so as it blows up, again, it demolishes a whole building, destroys Daleks. Who knows how? Who knows what that is? All right. And it creates a firework display. And the guy said, oh, good display. Is it just for me? Fans with long memories, that's not me, have spotted that the bystander is none other than Cole Wright, played by Johnny Dixon, who previously appeared in Jodie Whittaker's debut, also The Woman Who Fell to Earth. I don't remember them. In that story, Cole was being hunted by Tim Shaw and was accosted by an alien bounty hunter on a train in Sheffield at the sky. Okay, yeah, but again, who, I knew that was something, but who gives a crap? Chris Chibnall gives a crap, right? Chris Chibnall thinks it's very important. Fine. This has got to be an article we've got to look at, right? This is what we've definitely got to look at. Doctor Who, again, this is just the first, raft. There's going to be a lot more. Doctor Who special guest star already has a picture of his return. Oh, when they find out he's a creepy serial killer. Exclusive. It's not an exclusive if nobody cares. Here, exclusive. I wipe my ass 3 times a day. Okay? Nobody cares. Johnny has plans for Nick and Sarah. Could be back in future episodes. There's only 2 to go. Okay? By Hugh Fullerton. Oh, we love you, Hugh. Let me skip the opening paragraph. But this is really the last time we see Sarah and Nick. We hope so. After all, the world of Doctor Who, almost anyone can return. The random guy called Cole. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I mean, the fact that I was in a time loop, I'm sure that there is a way that Nick might come back. Who's clamoring for you, mate? We've got to have more of that weird serial killer guy. That says Doctor Who like that. Maybe find out what happens after he ends up slowly eating Aisling B. Amazingly. I've already pitched my idea. I think somehow rejig the time loop, but Nick and Sarah appear in Barbados and the Daleks are flying over the sea again. But yes, on this time loop traveled into the Caribbean. He wants a vacation. Okay, listen. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play. I don't know if Christian will take it on, but I put it out there in the universe. I mean, anything's possible. No, not anything. Like I might turn into a buffalo. No, not everything's possible. Right? Yeah, exactly. Ugh. So this article we're not going to look at. I'm probably going to go with my live stream again. If this video is going out on Wednesday, my live stream yesterday. Okay, if it's going out before then. Oh wait. Doctor Who, even the Daleks confirmed Yaz's feelings for the Doctor. Yes, obviously, you know why they confirmed they have Yaz's feelings for the Doctor. Well, we saw it coming. But so, Doctor Who praised by LGBT charity for the Dr. Yaz story. It will mean so much. Yes, basically, it means like it's not Doctor Who for a lot of people, right? It will not mean so much. I'm sorry. Again, I watched Doctor Who all my life. I've never seen him being a fat Jew, okay? Never. Not once. Have I ever felt disenfranchised? No, I haven't. Why? Because I can imagine things. I can see the similarity with people who are different from me, which I think is really the difference between me and Chris Chibnall. I see people different from me not being terrifying and wrong, right? I'm not really that bothered by it. They are. Jodie Whittaker felt grief-ridden on our final day of filming. Listen, darling, we all felt ecstatic, baby. We all felt more than ecstatic. We'll be going over these ones. And this article I'm not reading today. Again, this will be on my live stream yesterday, maybe. This is an article explaining the time loops in Even the Daleks. So here's a huge mistake. Again, one of the many just technical errors Chris Chibnall made. It's a time loop story. If you're doing a time loop story, you've got to make the rules of the time loop obvious and simple. They were neither. We don't know why it retracted a minute each loop, right? We don't know why everybody could remember what happened from one loop to the next. We don't know what recalls loop. We don't know why the Daleks were there. And the Daleks were there to execute just look how long this article is trying to explain how the time loops work, right? So this should be it, right? It should be over by now. But no. Now we got who made the time loop? Why did it get shorter? Didn't say on screen. What made the loop reset? Didn't say on screen. Who were the Daleks trapped in the same time loop? Why did they have to get out by midnight? None of this was there. How many loops were there in Even the Daleks? So they go through all of them. Look how long this freaking thing is. Chris, mate. Simple. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. And really, look, Captain Jack, who came, John Barrowman came to get your ass out the fire by appearing in your crappy version of Doctor Who, giving you a bump in ratings that you desperately needed. Now you throw him under the bus, right? Oh no, he did say very openly, obviously, that nobody cared about 10 years ago. He's evil now. I'm not going to have his back after he had your back, and that's exactly the sort of crappy human being you are, right? It's not that I think John Barrowman's so awesome. I disagree with him on a lot of issues, but I think you either have one standard of justice or you have no standard. And Chris Chibnall has zero standard of justice, which is probably why his Doctor Who is so unbelievably awful. So we're going to be doing more deep dives into how unbelievably awful even the Dalek was. They gave us a lot of ammunition to go through. So as I said, assuming Russell Lee Davies hasn't cast, I don't know, whoever, who's the worst casting? Whoopi Goldberg? No, she can still act. Who's really awful? Who's really awful? Okay, Kate Middleton, not Kate Middleton. What's the name? Not Kate Middleton. The other one, the white woman who was complaining that who became a princess and was complaining that she experienced racism. You're a white. I don't understand. You have dark hair. Oh, now I'm going to look it up. Prince Charles Children. Meghan Markle. Yeah, listen. Oh no, would I be opposed to Meghan Markle, Doctor? She would be easy on the eye, but I find her really repulsive. So, okay, who is the worst choice for Doctor Who? See, here's the thing. My brain can't come up with it. Like, who's awful? Miriam Margolyes. Fine. Can't stand Miriam Margolyes. Miriam Margolyes thinks she's a some kind of world-renowned actor because she was a bit part in a beloved sitcom 40 years ago, and she was an extra in a couple of Harry Potter movies. That's basically who she is, and she spouts off all the freaking listen, if Miriam Margolyes is cast in Doctor Who, that video might go out on Wednesday. If not, you're stuck with this, mate. Fine. Like, share, subscribe. Join me on Substack. So totally join me on Substack. Subscribe me on Rumble. Hit the Rumble button. Like, whatever. Yeah, if you can think something nice, do it. Especially if it's for me. Okay, that's what I like. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Like, share, subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.